All right, everybody, this is Quentin McIntosh with No Crypto, a new cryptocurrency exchange platform and token coming to the market soon. Right now, we've been doing our series on how to start a cryptocurrency portfolio with only $500. So we started off with $500. We were charged about $40 in fees, which took our balance to about $460. Bitcoin had dropped on us a little bit before we got a chance to trade in for some other coins. It took us around to about $425. Well, the last couple of days, the market's been going up on the coins we've chosen. And so right now our account is actually up to $558. The reason that happened, several coins, storage, Litecoin, Bitcoin have all been going up. OMG. Significantly in the last couple days. So what we're going to do is go through here. One of the things we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and sell our Litecoin, as well as we're going to look at the price that we've paid for some of our other coins, and we'll sell some of those, and then we'll set up some automatic orders for some of those as well. I have been debating on my personal portfolio account if whether I wanted to sell Litecoin or not, just for the simple fact that it shot up to about $240 today. I actually bought in around $50 or $60, so that's about 4x on your money. And I was actually debating quite a bit whether I should sell or whether I should stick with it. And what I actually ended up doing is selling half of it, and then I left the rest in there just in case the market ended up going up some more. So, but since this account, we don't have a whole lot of Litecoin, and I'm more focused on short-term gains for right now, so we can make as much as possible, as quick as possible, and kind of grow this portfolio where then we'll have enough money to kind of start sitting on different coins for, a little lengthier time. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the exchange here. And while it's loading, if you haven't already done so, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at No Crypto on YouTube. Also like us on Facebook, as well as follow us on Twitter. So right now the price of Litecoin is $225. I'm just going to go ahead and sell at the price that it's at now, and I'm going to go ahead and sell 100% of that, and I'll get that sell in right now. That way we can go ahead and maximize the price that we were in there. So the next coin I'm going to look at is CND. That's a coin that we bought the other day, and so I'm going to just take a look and see exactly where the market is, and it looks like that one's actually down. It's a new coin that actually recently hit the market, and I'm going to see they have some limits on how much you can sell here, and so I'm going to see how the minimum amount that they'll actually allow us to sell, and then we'll start getting some of those pre-orders in. So I'm going to look at the order history here, and then I'm just going to select buy, because that's what I want to take a look at is orders that we placed to buy. And so it looks like we bought into CND at around 173 Satoshi. And right now, it looks like it's at about 145. And so I'm going to go ahead and put in some sell orders for this, but I'm going to go ahead and place our first sell order. I'm going to put it in 500. I want to see some growth on this coin before I begin to sell a little bit. I really want to see some nice growth. And when it does get up to that amount, I'm going to go ahead and sell. I tell you what, I'm going to lower that a little bit. I'm going to do, let's see how far it'll let me lower it. We bought in at 173. And so let's say 350. That's 1x on our money. 2x on our money, I'm sorry. And let's see if it'll allow me to sell 100 at that price. I'm not sure, because sometimes the total amount, it has to be 0.05 0.001 to be able to sell on this exchange. And each exchange is a little bit different. So we would have to actually sell about 300 at that, and that's a third of our portfolio. But at that price, at 300, at 350 Satoshi, we would have approximately 66% of our overall investment back. And then we would still have 66, about 70% of the coins left, but we would have made 66%. So I'm going to go ahead and put that order in, 300 at 350. And so my next order after that, I'm going to go ahead and put in an order at 500 Satoshi, and I'm just going to sell 100 there. Okay, that's still not. Okay, so I see what I'm doing here. We can sell 200 at that price. And at that point, we would almost have all of our money that we put in. And so for there, I'm going to raise that up to 1,000 Satoshi, and we'll sell 100 at that price. And after that, let's do 1,200 Satoshi, and let's see if we can do about 75. Well, it didn't quite put us where we needed to be at the 0.001. So let's say 80. That still didn't do it. So let's say 90. That put us right where we needed to be. And then the next one, I'm going to go ahead and jump higher than I normally would, because at that point, this coin could be going up pretty high. So I'm going to put it at 0.2 Satoshi. I mean, what is that? 0.002 Satoshi. And so let's say if we sold 50 of them, that gets us right at the number we needed to be, selling 50. And then from there, I'm going to say if it goes up 10% more from there, that we could sell another 50. And then I'm going to hop up a little bit more again. I'm going to put a 3 in there and say we will sell another 50. And then I'm going to put a 4. A 4 would be about another 35% growth at that point. And at that point, I'm only going to sell 25. And then we'll hop this up to 5. And then we'll sell 20. And at that point, I want to see it grow a little bit. So I'm going to double that. I'm going to say if it doubles that, let's sell another, let's just do 20. And then I'll just kind of take it up here and there and put those automatic sale orders in. And we can always cancel this. But I just like having some of those automatic orders in and just kind of let the system kind of automate itself a little bit. And so I've just kind of systematically went through and created these different orders so that as the market goes up, we're able to just take our profits right off the table. Okay, so we've done syndicator. And the next one's Ripple. And Ripple's up about 10% on the day to about 26 cents, 1,581 Satoshi. And it looks like we paid, let's just say 1,400 is what we paid on that. And so if we pay 1,400, 10% of that will put us at about 1,540. And so that's 10% growth. Oh, it looks like we've already put in our order for Satoshi. I should have been able to see that. Don't know how I missed it. Yeah, we put in some orders already for Satoshi. So let's look at a singular DTV. And it looks like we paid 855 Satoshi for that. And it's up 25% of the day for the day, which is a pretty good growth. And again, we paid 855, and then right now it's currently at about 900, and so that's still less than must have went down previously. And so let's just say if it goes up to 1,000, let's say we'll put our first sale in there. If it goes up to 1,000 Satoshi, and if we sell 100 of them, that'll put, I want to give it a chance to go up a little higher than that. I really like this coin. And so I just want to let it go up a little bit more than that. Let's say if it shoots up there, then we'll sell 90, just to give us a chance to take some of those profits off the table. And then after that, I want to see it go up to that 2,000 Satoshi. And then we'll sell 50 at that point. And then we'll systematically let it go up from there. 2,500, we should be able to sell, I don't know, maybe another 40. That'll put us at that 0.001. And then let's just say 35. And then maybe we should sell about 30 there. That'll get us there. And we'll change this to 5. As you can see, we're just systematically going up on the price. And then we're changing the amount to equal, let the total in BTC equal 0.001. And so we're not selling them all at one time, but we're just letting the market kind of systematically go up. And you can find what works best for you as far as those numbers. I just like to get it to where it equals that 0.001 as I go up. So I'll go ahead and change that to 10,000 Satoshi. And we should be able to sell 10 at that price. And then we'll see it go up another 20%. Maybe we could sell around 9. And so you guys see how I'm doing that. And I'm not going to let you you don't have to sit there and just watch me keep entering those in. Just know that I am going to go back and for all the ones that I haven't done yet, I'm going to put in those automatic orders so that the system begins to kind of sell some of those automatically. And so I'm going to refresh here. And it looks like maybe some of that Litecoin hasn't been sold yet. And so that order should be able to come through fairly soon. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go through here and see, what some of the coins that have been going down. And it looks like BCD has been on the decline a little bit. It's a fairly newer coin to this market. And we'll look at some of these coin market cap, just so you can kind of get familiar with what they are. Okay, so we see that Agrello has a $16 million market cap. Looks like there is about 85 million in circulating, total supply of 130 million. And so we see that they're doing smart contract without any coding skills necessary. Reminds me a little bit about the block cat, one of the other currencies that I was telling you that I'm really excited about. And so we'll look at the market here, and we'll see that, since September, it's been kind of a steady coin. Hasn't really had a huge spark in the market, but we had a little bit more volume lately. And I think I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger on a little bit of this. Looks like it's about 18 cents in US dollars. And let's just buy 100 of them. And we'll probably just sit on those for a while and just see how the market does. Looks like that one been shooting up. Not even sure what that coin is. Let's take a brief look at it. Oh, okay. Decentraland. And I've looked at that coin before. I just didn't realize that was the call symbols for it, and it's been going up quite a bit recently. If we were down here, I probably would have pulled the trigger on that. They're like a gaming system token for in-game tokens. So I think they got a pretty good platform, but they're a little bit overpriced. Well, I wouldn't say overpriced. I would just say that the market's been on the upswing, and I prefer to purchase, when it on dips. So this is another market that's been pretty low. And I'll pull up their website, so you can see what Oaks is all about. It's loading here. And so it says they're open and transparent, decentralized. And what they do is they work with decentralized exchanges, which, what the decentralized exchanges do is, pretty much is trustless transactions. You don't have to worry about a third party holding on to the keys and your tokens or anything like that. So just like the other exchanges like Bitrix and Poloniex, this is just going to be a decentralized exchange similar to like a Ether Delta. And I remember seeing this in their white paper a while back. They have an $8 million market cap. They're seeing about $1 million volume each day. They've dropped, like I said, about 11% today, but they're still pretty low volume and low market cap company. About 25% or 20% of their total circulating is currently in circulation. So I don't think this is too bad of a company to hop on board with. And let's just buy 100 of these as well. See how those do for us. Let's see what else. CMT. Let's pull up their chart. And a lot of time Coinbase or Trading View, I like to look at their, it looks like they got two different call symbols, so I'm not sure which one this is, but we can go to markets and see which one. Okay, so this other one, Comet, doesn't look like it's on Binance. So it must be the Cyber Miles, I'm assuming. But let's look. Yeah, so this one's on Binance. And so they have about doesn't even show their market cap, but they've had about $9 million in volume, which isn't too bad. And it says that they're empowering the decentralization of online markets. And it talks about how they're currently on 4 exchanges. And so you can see their website here. And we're going to be honest, I don't really know a lot about this token. You know, I like kind of what the chart shows a little bit, but I want to do a little bit more research before I pull the trigger on that. And so I'm going to learn a little bit more about who they are and what they do. And then if I decide to make a decision on that one, I'll definitely let you guys know and let it figure out exactly what this is about. And so Bitcoin Diamond says something about futures. I think I may have checked this one out before. Let me make sure this is the same company. Okay, yeah, Bitcoin Diamond, they're a fairly new token. They're actually a split from Bitcoin, but they're, I guess some of their features is the privacy. They want to lower the cost, which has actually been a problem with Bitcoin. And you can see how they're doing a comparison to Bitcoin Gold, and such here. So, and they're on tons of exchanges. They're, like I said, I actually split from Bitcoin. You know, I'm not so crazy about all of these, you know, Bitcoin forks. So I think I'm just going to shy away from that a little bit. So let's look at this AST, show you what they're all about here. Let's see what their total market cap is. Looks like they have a $35 million market cap. Definitely have room to grow. A little less than a third of their total coins are in circulation. And so they say they're building a better exchange, which is supposed to be more secure, private, peer-to-peer, which is a decentralized exchange. A lot of new exchanges coming to the market, and there's definitely a lot of room for exchanges to grow. And so don't think this is a bad token at all. Not sure if I want to pull the trigger on that one right now. Let's look at SALT. see what salt's market's been doing. It looks like salt's been, let's pull them up here. I like salt. What salt is actually a company that you can purchase, or you can get loans on your money on cryptocurrency. So if you own Bitcoin and you don't want to lose your position on a coin, you can actually get a loan that's backed by your currency. And yeah, salt's been taking off. I got in on some salt before pretty early. If you can get in salt around the $4 range, I would say pull the trigger on them. I like salt, but definitely a little bit higher priced than I would want to do something on today. But definitely a good coin. IOTA, we've talked a little bit about that in the past. And if you just look at the 1 week chart, you see they've been skyrocketing as well. Now, ETC, that's Ethereum Classic. And I got some nice positions on that. Really haven't paid a lot of attention to them in the last couple. Oh, yeah, they're still high. I think I got in at under the $6 range. Even if you can get back in at, $10, $12, $13 wouldn't be a bad buy, but kind of high to try to get in on them now. So seeing fuel here. And let's look at their 1 week. Let's pull them up on Coin Market Cap. They're down about 2%, 4 cents a coin with the $20 million market cap. You can see how they've been fairly steady. Kind of a up and down market a little bit, but nothing too crazy. I'll put up your website so you can see what they're about. Nice looking website. They're another company that's working on creating smart contracts. And we've seen tons of those. And I definitely think that that's the way that the market is going. I mean, smart contracts, for the public being able to use those smart contracts, I really feel like that's going to revolutionize, what you can do as far as contracts and purchases and agreements. So I definitely like that. We're going to pull a trigger on some of those today, on some fuel. That's about 500 fuel. Like what I was seeing on the chart there. In BNB, that's actually the currency for the exchange that we're using. And they have some deals where you can actually save on fees for transactions. Gosh, I wish it was a little bit lower here. I wouldn't mind pulling the trigger. Let's look closer though at the 7-day chart. With the 7-day, it's not looking so bad. Let's look at the 1 month. And as you can see over the last month, God, if you could have got in there. And so how the fees work, they cut in half. And let's pull that up and you can actually see. So what deductible fee does on the Binance charge, when you trade on Binance Exchange, our system will give you a discount of deductible fees automatically on condition of having enough BNB in your account. The cost of DNB depends on the market. And so the first year you get up to 50% off. So converting logic of BNB value. If the trade receivable was NEO, we calculate it by the exchange ratio of NEO to BNB. And so what it does is just give you a chance to reduce some of those fees. So instead of paying, 0.1%, you'll pay 0.05%. I think I'm going to pull the trigger on some of those, allow us to save on some of those fees. I mean, and they've been, they're kind of high a little bit. Let's just go ahead and get some. Let's see how it does. Let me look at Lisk, though. I do like Lisk. Let's see how Lisk has been doing. Yeah, it's still pretty high. Let's pull the trigger on BNB. Sometimes, even though the market just isn't exactly where you would like to see it, when you just feel good about something, sometimes you got to pull the trigger. And we're going to do that with Binance. We're using their exchange, definitely a token that has a good use case. And so, hey, we pulled the trigger on it today. So what we've done today, we've purchased several coins, and I'll go through what we've purchased. We purchased some OAX, some OAKS, some CND. And we purchased some Binance coins. Still got some open orders on Fuel and DLT. So hopefully we'll get those filled pretty soon. But hey, that's where we are today. We got our portfolio up to almost $556 from $425. So that's about $125 or $135. So we're more than 33% up in the last week. Pretty good. Getting our BTC value up there. So our next milestone is going to be $1,000. Let's see if we can maybe get there in a week. I think it could be done if the market goes up. If not, then we'll just have an opportunity to buy more. So with that, I'm Quentin McIntosh with No Crypto. This is our portfolio of $500. Getting it started for you. So make sure and like us on Facebook, YouTube, as well as Twitter. Go back and check out the rest of the videos in this series if you haven't already seen them.